Thank you. Thank you for staying with us for this panel as well. And I also would like to thank our interpreters as well. I'm the Business Development Manager of TURSEFF. For many years, I worked in public financing and financing models for SMEs. Both my doctoral and postdoctoral studies were on these topics. And since June, I've been working on energy financing and SME financing under TURSEFF. And now that the topic is green economy, I included some aspects of economy in my presentation and changed my outline. So, our country is energy dependent, this is for sure. And we are depending on other countries. So, when we look at the mechanical engineer chamber report on energy, we have some figures from 1990s to 2016. So the rate of meeting the energy demand by energy production fall down to 26% from 48 until 2016. And from 2000 to 2016, it fell from 33 to 26%. So, in a nutshell, in 2016, Turkey depended on other countries on 76%. So, we buy our energy from other countries, and of course we have the fluctuations in the Turkish money to other currencies. When euro goes up, of course the price we pay for buying cars and buying energy changes. So euro is going up and it's not going to come back, and of course this is creating extra burden for the country and for the individuals as well. So these are extra costs. In 2017, the import bill went up by 37%, and our current deficit is $47 billion. So import has the major share in our current deficit, and we need to do something now. If renewable energy costs nothing, then I think we have to look into ways of creating more energy by using renewables. So we buy natural gas from other countries, 99%. We buy 92% of oil and petroleum from other countries as well. So we are depending on other countries. So all the money is spent on these things. But if we spend this $37 billion in Turkey, this would lead to further employment, further production. We are carrying out studies on renewable energy cooperatives together with the ministry as well. And when we look at the current production in Turkey, we see that most of the investments are made in construction and on shopping malls. But without investing this money in technology, we won't be able to reverse the situation. So you see the installed capacity numbers in Turkey, and you see how much energy is generated from renewable sources and other sources, fossil fuels. And the numbers are changing every day. Go and visit enerjioutlısı.com and check the energy generation figures. So our existing installed capacity is 86 gigawatts. What are the resources? We have natural gas and petroleum. So foreign dependency, I think we have to reverse this situation. You heard it from the previous speakers. We use most of the generated energy in the manufacturing sector, then residentials and transportation. And these are the major sources for carbon emissions as well. So I worked many years as a consultant for SMEs all around Turkey and in European countries as well. So 57% of the energy is used in the manufacturing sector. And on the screen you see the values of import per kilo and export per kilo. In Turkey, the per kilogram value of exports is 1.28 kilograms. Dollars. So, if you work on energy efficiency, then you can increase this number. Glass products or sand products are sold to 37 cents per kilo. I think we have to change this. We have to change our mentality. We have to transition into Industry 4.0. We have to check and control the costs of inputs that we use for manufacturing. Energy is the highest cost for manufacturing, not labor costs, etc. Power cuts, for instance, is the biggest problem. Yes, we still have power cuts in a central district in Istanbul. I was consulting for this company. It's a textile company, and they're suffering from power cuts. You're using iron to press your clothes. To heat the iron, you spend energy. To cool it down, you spend energy. In the glass manufacturing workshops, for instance, your furnace has to work on a 24/7 basis, and a power cut would be the end of that company. You all know this picture very well. It describes people who sell with cash money and who sell with installments. Actually, it's a comparison. So I think this is what we have to do in our energy spendings as well. So we first have to find the ideal consumption number, and we have to find where we consume the highest amounts of energy. There is this great formula: performance potential minus parasites. So I think parasites or waste of energy is the main problem here. Think of two factories. They're making the same production. One is paying less for energy and the other one is paying more. Why? Because the one paying less has found ways to save energy. So let's talk about this TURSEFF model. We have the CEF and JEF projects of the European Union. We have Turkey Sustainable Energy Finance Facility, and the abbreviation is the same in Turkish. That's why we don't have to change it. So it's a different model. In fact, don't think of it as a grant or a subsidy. We work with banks, but the loans extended by those banks have better conditions with lower interest rates or a longer repayment period, etc. So, the financial institutions are İş Bankası, Akbank and Akliz. This is the third phase of the project. What did we do in the first two phases? We distributed 533 million euros to renewable energy projects. And of course we focused heavily on the manufacturing sector. Construction, textile followed it. In the third phase, starting with this year, we will focus more on plastic, food, beverages, textile, food products, and agriculture. So altogether, we have 178 million euros, which will be distributed among different technologies. And in the renewable energies, the projects financed most heavily are the field type solar plant, and we have 400 million euros, and hopefully we will spend half of it to solar projects. And of course we will also support wind power plants and biogas as well. And of course energy cooperatives will be in our focus as well. So 15% of the solar energy projects in Turkey have been financed through us, through TURSEFF. Again, as I told you, we have 400 million euros that we can spend on renewable energies. And of course, there are other areas where this money will be spent as well: resource efficiency, water efficiency, etc. So you're welcome to apply with your projects. They will be evaluated. I'm not going to talk about carbon emissions or greenhouse gas emissions, but according to the last figures declared by the Statistics Institute, energy has a high impact on the carbon emissions and greenhouse gas emissions. So sustainability is very important criteria in our projects, and we aim to help Turkey achieve its goals when it comes to renewable energy. And of course, solar is quite attractive, both as a renewable energy source and both also in terms of the technologies for solar power. Sun is a great area. Every individual has the chance to install PVs in their panel. The other day someone said every rooftop in Turkey can be converted into a electricity generation plant. So we have a great opportunity, and of course not all rooftops are suitable for this, but of course we will have many more urban transformation projects in Turkey, and the new building stock will be suitable for this. So Turkey is one of the countries where the installed capacity in solar is increasing the highest. China has the largest installed capacity around the world. So when we deliver financing, of course we take into consideration certain criteria. But by the way, we're speaking in the banking language. The banks and the financial institutions do not invest if they won't be able to get a return for investment. They are, in the end, profit organizations, and they have to make profit. Therefore, the market has to become more mature here. So, I believe that the banks will become aware of the potential of these renewable energy plants, and they will start new departments within their organization focusing solely on these areas. So in addition to extending loans, there is also the leasing potential, and companies are coming up with great leasing packages for renewable energy sources as well. So under TURSEFF we have seller loans. If a company is going to make collective sales, they can transfer the invoices to us, and we can pay up to 5 million euros. So if a company has 3 different factories, the limit is up to 15 million euros. The only criteria is that the end user must be an SME or a large company under certain conditions. And that condition is energy performance contracting. And of course another potential end user can be an energy cooperative. So I'm talking about energy performance contracting here. There will be a company, and this company will install the plant, work with the cooperative, and will be reimbursed by the savings that they achieve through the performance, through the project. In addition to this, we work with municipalities or municipalities that have little companies. So if the plant is going to be installed by a municipality, they can apply to a bank, and if the bank finds the project to be technically feasible, we provide an approval to the bank. Of course, the last call is made by the bank because the bank is going to provide the financing in the end, and they work with EBRD. So what else do? We provide training to NGOs and municipalities. If, of course, there are companies who would like to be involved in this process, we also deliver training to companies as well. And the training and awareness raising activities are delivered free of charge. We don't have any financial expectations. So please visit our website, and we also work on energy engines. UNDP is also working on this. The now chair, Mustafa Salman, used to be in my place last year in TURSEFF, and we replaced roles actually. So this project on engines make people aware of how efficient their engines are. And these are quite technical issues actually. If you do not have any idea about what technology to choose, you can visit our website to have an idea about the best available technologies. Because on our website we have a list showing the companies delivering the highest technology products, also environmental friendly products. So if you believe that your products can be listed, please contact us and be involved in our list. You can also see success stories on our website as well. Choose a city on the map and see what kind of investments have been made in that city. Also, we deliver technical services, loans, and data as well. By the way, I worked with the SME organization in Turkey for many years. Last year, this central organization started a call for SMEs for energy efficiency projects. So, it is now possible for SMEs to receive a grant of 50,000 Turkish liras for initial costs and 100,000 Turkish liras as a non-interest loan if they want to start a project for energy efficiency. So the SME organization is one of the places that you can apply. You can also work with the development agencies as well.
Eğer konu ise TURSEFF eğer konu ise TURSEFF, eğer son
So if the end user is an SME, then the related agency is TURSEFF, and if it's an individual household, then it is TUREF. Just you name it, you know the difference. So if you're a household, just visit the TUREF website. If you're an SME, visit TURSEFF website. This is what I was trying to say.